What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and today we're going through the round 13 score, and it's another dud score. Man, these laid outs, they're fully killing me, like fully cooking my team. So it's frustrating as hell. 897, it's as low as I've been in like 10 rounds or some shit. So yeah, this is annoying. I'm still pretty firm on building for the post-buy game. Cash gens got me thinking about some crazy moves though, I'm not going to lie. So let's get into the team so I can talk about the trades, because at this point I don't really want to talk about the team. Alright, so Dale was great, 118, you take that. Holmes, unbelievable. When Holmes scored that, I'm thinking, let's get it. I'm on for a good score here. It doesn't matter about Bailey Smith being out. And then I had to take Daywicks and Carroll in my best 18, and that just fully... Pedler and Carroll in my best 18, and that cooked me completely. I had Levi in there as well with a 60. So yeah, when it's not the top end, it's the bottom end that's cooking me at the moment. And I brought in Sarong last week, thinking, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, thinking like I'd be fine for this buy round. You know, Bailey Smith's gonna play, Matt Roberts is gonna play, and they would have kicked Pedler and Carroll off the best 18. So that was my thought process. Turns out they're out. Horn Francis misses that one extra week, so that's frustrating. I've held him for a while. Yeah, ended up holding Roberts. It was a disastrous trade because I had De Koning in instead of Pedler. When Pedler wasn't the sub, I was like, all right, we'll get Pedler because he's going to make money. Pumps out of 30, De Koning goes like 150. So yeah, appreciate that, Pedler and De Koning. Anyway, Rosie good. Zorko, he's looking fraudulent as hell. Bont 101, this is a pretty bad pick, to be honest. You're paying top dollar for barely a ton. Took Cherry's score. Gorm was great as well. How'd Stephen and May get into him? Fucking dickhead, man. Like, I get you're pissed off, whatever, you lost, and like, heat of the moment. It's a competitive game and whatnot, but like, damn, man, you gotta say that shit for after the game if you're gonna have a go at your captain. NEALE 92. This is one I'm thinking about trading. I know it sounds crazy, but I think I might get rid of Locky NEALE for money. Chera 109, happy with that. Dacos 95, got the most excruciating tag. This is... Fuck you, Melbourne, honestly. Who do they play this week? They play Port, so Butters will probably get it. Great. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Butters. I don't think I'm going to overcomplicate it. I thought about Tom De Koning. He's got Cherry next week. But the run is good. I don't know. Does he get tired at the end of the season like he was towards the end of the first half of the season? I'm not sure. Will Ashcroft 107, happy with that. Harry Sheasel, so he's had a role change at halftime because he wasn't getting the ball and then, yeah, went nuts after that. So please, Clarko, just play him in the back line or the midfield. Yeah, Clay Holden play. Cherry Gorn, unbelievable. These two guys set and forget until they're not. So, yeah. Baz didn't play. Track. He faded out a bit, I think, in the clutch, but still a good game from him. Daniel 124, you take that. Good hold in the end. Levi 66, he's got to go now. Thanks for the service, Levi. You got me, Butters. Pedler, shocking. Daywicks even worse, but he was a sub. And Clark really good. So Clark and Zach Johnson look like they're going to be the only money makers for the rest of the season. So let's get into some trades. I'm not trying to bore you guys with this shit. I mean, I've seen, no offense to people on YouTube, but there's so many people that just ramble on about the most pointless shit. Let's just get the trades done and talk about captains and then get out of here, because I'm not trying to waste anyone's time, including mine. So, break evens. I think what we're going to do is we're going to swing Clark back. So we didn't trade Levi and... how did we do this again? I forget. No, it wasn't Campbell Gray. It was someone else. It was... I think we're going to trade Al Hawley. How long is he? Round 17, 18. Do you hold him? Cooper Simpson? I think that just doesn't give us enough for Butters. So we're bringing in that guy from... Where is he, bro? He's a mid, isn't he? Johnson. Oh, it does give us enough for Butters. So yeah, we might do Cooper Simpson, because he's for the season, isn't he? Around 20 to 21. Yeah, that's if he comes back. All right, and then we swing. Right. Was there a way of doing this? Maybe there wasn't. There's literally no S's on the field. Okay, so we can't even do that. So we actually have to get rid of either Huswaite or Al Hawley. I feel like Al Hawley could be good when he comes back, but maybe not. They'll have players back then. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's get rid of him. Alright, so we'll get Butters. Who's very discounted for a 121 average. Now, I'm thinking about going NEALE to McKercher to free up coin. I'm not sure if I will. I'm just looking at NEALE's fixture. He's got Bedford this week. Geelong next week, who apparently doesn't do that good against. Then he's got Port, who he has had a good game against. I still think they might tag him. And Carlton, who did a pretty hard tag. So I'm tempted to jump off. And I think I will for now, and it's risky, but you're not going to win this game without being risky. Fuck, that was not the way to sort it. Colby McKercher. What a cheeser, man. Like, watching him play, he's just a little stat pad. I know played West Coast and he's played Richmond for those 2 big games, but that role is really nice. Like, really, really nice. So I think I'm going to jump on him. I think he can go at 100. And that's all I really want. It's 5 points less than NEALE, but I get 210k. I think I'm going to do it, to be honest. Like I said, it is risky, no doubt. But we'll put the full team on display. And we'll just chuck McKercher in at flex for now. I think he's a good flex to have. Sinclair on. Hornet on. So this is how the team looks at the moment. It lets me get like a McRae in 2 weeks. Basically guaranteed because of that coin. Whereas if I didn't have that money, I don't think I'm getting McRae. Because there's just no cash gen. And look, any other year, I probably wouldn't trade Locky NEALE for Colby McKercher. But this is a weird year where there's just no cash. So we're having to make like crazy decisions. I think I trust Ashcroft more than NEALE, which might sound a little bit crazy, but at least Ashcroft's not going to get attention. And I think he's on the upwards trajectory in his career, whereas NEALE's on the downwards for sure. So yeah, I don't really want to trade Chera. Obviously, if Chera's out with concussion, then that makes a bit easier decision. Also, for that buy round, I had a lot of Brisbane players and Essendon players, so it helps me a bit with that buy round, which I'm struggling with all these buy rounds, clearly, so I'm going to need all the help I can get. But yeah, we're ranked 900 now. I mean, why not take risks? The 50k is out of the question. I'm hoping for like a top 4, 300, maybe finish. I think maybe 3. It's going to be more like 4 or 3 trades left once full primo. I don't think I'm going to settle for 22. I think I'm going to try and get the 23rd. And I think the guys are going to be Sam Darcy and Jack McRae. So Sam Darcy is, I think, an ideal 23rd because you won't get his score unless he goes nuts. So it doesn't matter if he has those low scores. We're going to need him to play a couple of games before we bring him in just to get that price down. I think he'll be about 400k in 2 weeks if he plays next week. So he's one to really watch. And 400k, that's literally like a Matt Carroll to him with the money I have right now. Basically means next week I don't have any trades. Or I can't do any trades. But yeah, I really like that idea of getting Sam Darcy. Another one is Jack McRae. So I think we want him back, and it's a regretful trade, no doubt. He's going down 22k this week if he scores 98. So he'll be less than 500. He's another one you want to snap up, I think. Just a matter of when and how. Literally our last hope for money is Johnson and Clark. And I think if they don't make enough money, I think we're screwed. So let's optimize the team. Like I said, I want to get McKercher in flex. Why has it got... It just optimized it with Dacos on the field over Johnson. That's random. I hate having emergencies, so we take all these off. So yeah, still fielding 22 this week, I believe. As long as Baz plays. Roberts is an interesting hold because, like, I probably shouldn't have done this in hindsight. But I mean, that's another thing. I could trade a defender. I still think NEALE's more likely to get tagged than Zorko. I don't know. We'll think about it. Like, I'm pretty confident I'm going to trade someone for McKercher. I don't really want to do Roberts because he doesn't have enough cash on his head. Like 100k, is it really worth it? 200k is, I think. So yeah. Anyway, I'd be interested to hear people's opinions on this because, like I said, I'm not set on it, but I'm pretty keen. Anyway, captain, vice captain. I'm keeping it simple every week. Gorn and the Cherry. Cherry and the Gorn, sorry, because Cherry plays first, but one of them into whoever. These guys are just animals. Like 132 average and 130 average. I mean, why would you go someone else, really? There's really no need. And, like, Rux can't get tagged. That's why DeConing's such a great option. I think if you can get him, yeah, he's fourth most traded, not in my team. I can fully see why. Wangan and Malaire is a really good value premium as well. If you're looking to get a value primo, these two are the ones to go. I'm getting Butters because I think he is that uber primo guy that if you don't get him at this price, you're probably not going to get him much cheaper. I think this is his bottom, 560. I think he's going back to 650. It's only a matter of time. We'll see how he goes with his Melbourne team. Do they go to Butters? Do they go to Rosie? I don't know. Even the Hornet. Hornet players, I think they don't tag Butters because you can't, like, there's no point tagging Port because there's too many, like, those three guys are so damaging. Like, what's the point of shutting one down? So, yeah. Sinclair, Dale, Holmes, yeah, I'm happy with the team. McCurch is a risky flex, but you know what? Who cares? You got to risk it for the biscuit. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you had a good week. Much better than me. And I'll see you in the next one.